What if I told you that two simple items, one a thick golden oil your grandparents might have used, and the other a humble white powder tucked in your kitchen cabinet, could help restore your circulation, calm your prostate, and reignite the physical spark you thought had quietly faded away? No pills. No procedures. Just a little warmth, a little intention, and two ingredients you already own. Now, I know that sounds almost too simple, especially if you're over 60 and have been told again and again that the changes you're feeling, loss of sensitivity, more frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, or that hollow absence of arousal, are just a normal part of getting older. But what if I told you, that's not entirely true? Because what I've seen after decades of working with men past midlife is this: those so-called signs of aging are actually your body's quiet cries for help. They're signals that circulation is slowing, that tissues are inflamed, that your body is holding on to toxins it doesn't know how to clear anymore. And when those signals are ignored, your body begins to shut things down. Not just physically, but emotionally too. The joy, the confidence, the connection. My name is Dr. William Harris. I've been a urologist and men's health advisor for over 30 years. And I've helped hundreds of men turn the tide without drugs, surgeries, or expensive gadgets. And today, I want to walk you through something deeply effective yet incredibly gentle, something that starts with just castor oil and baking soda. If you stay with me until the end, I'll also show you a simple bonus step, a trick I call the internal igniter, that takes your results to the next level. But first, let me know where you're tuning in from. Drop it in the comments. It means a lot to me knowing who I'm speaking to. And if this message resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a new tip that could quietly change your life. Let's start with a truth not many men hear enough: you are not broken. You are not beyond repair. What's happening to your body is a result of slow changes in blood flow, in nerve sensitivity, and in the way your body clears waste. As we cross 60, we move less. We sit more. The groin and lower abdomen slowly become zones of stagnation, poor blood flow, inflamed prostate, toxins gathering in the lymphatic system. Think of it like a stream that's lost its flow, water becomes murky, things pile up. That's what's happening inside. And yes, it affects everything: arousal, sensation, even how you feel about yourself. One patient, Raymond, told me something that hit me hard. He said, "Doc, I feel like I've just gone quiet down there. It's not pain. It's not discomfort. It's just nothing." And he meant more than just physical silence. He meant the feeling of not being a man anymore. That's not a diagnosis. That's an ache of the soul. But here's where the power of natural intervention begins. The first ingredient, castor oil, isn't just an old remedy. When used correctly, it has a rare gift: it penetrates deep. It doesn't just sit on your skin like other oils. It moves through the tissue layers, into the places where inflammation, poor blood flow, and lymph stagnation are silently building up. I've seen men like Walter, 74, long retired, 2 years with zero sensation, feel something stir again after just 2 weeks of simple external application. His words: "I didn't think I'd ever feel alive there again." And that's just the start. Now when you blend in a small amount of baking soda, everything changes. This powder, mostly known for freshening your fridge or fluffing up pancakes, is actually one of nature's simplest detoxifiers. It neutralizes acid, softens tissues that have become rigid, and reopens tiny blood vessels that were slowly closing off due to inflammation. When mixed with warm castor oil and applied to the right areas, your lower belly, inner thighs, and the base of the groin, it begins to break up the blockages and gently coax life back into the region. But here's what makes this method special. It's not just about biology. It's about connection. The act of applying the blend, massaging it in slowly with intention, begins to reconnect you with your body in a way many men haven't felt in years. No pressure. No performance. Just presence. One man told me it wasn't even the return of sensation that struck him first, it was that for the first time in years, he felt he was allowed to care for himself without shame. And it doesn't stop there. To deepen this effect, I've helped many men combine this practice with gentle pressure point activation. 3 small areas that, when pressed gently during or after application, awaken reflexes and blood flow pathways that modern medicine often overlooks. One is on your wrist. The other on your inner thigh. And the third, surprisingly, is on your foot. These aren't magic buttons. They're reminders to your body. Reminders that circulation matters here. That connection still exists here. That you're still alive here. And now, once you've activated your body externally, the next 30 to 60 minutes afterward becomes the most biologically open window you'll have all day. This is when you feed your body. Not with sugar, salt, or processed fats, but with life. A glass of beet juice, a boiled egg, a handful of walnuts, some spinach drizzled with olive oil. These aren't fancy meals. They're tools. Tools that rebuild the very blood vessels you just reawakened. Tools that tell your body, we're not just surviving. We're restoring. But there's something else. Something no oil or powder or vegetable can fix if you don't address it. And that's belief. Because I've seen men follow every step of a plan perfectly but still not progress. Why? Because deep down, they already gave up. They told themselves the story, my time has passed. And your body listens to those stories. I remember Frank, 67, post-prostate surgery. Physically cleared. But he said, I feel invisible. So I gave him one extra step. Every time he applied the blend, I told him to place his hand over his heart and say, I still matter. I still have value. He laughed at first. But a month later, his voice had changed. Not just his words. His presence. That's the unseen part of healing. And it's just as real as any diagnosis. Now, here's the good part. You don't need to commit to a lifetime. Just start with 7 days. Set aside 10 minutes each night. Warm the oil. Add a pinch of baking soda. Apply gently. Use a warm towel if you'd like. Sit in silence. Then eat something your body will thank you for. Repeat. 7 days. That's all. And if you want to accelerate things, a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in warm water before the routine can prep your system from the inside, supporting nitric oxide production and deeper detoxification. It's a small step with a big impact. By day 7, you may notice warmth, relaxation, maybe even better sleep. By day 14, more feeling, more presence. By day 30, you might begin to say, as one man did, I feel like myself again. And I promise you, that feeling is worth every minute of care you give yourself. So if you've been waiting for a sign that you're not too far gone, that your body still remembers how to come alive, this is it. Start tonight. You have the tools. You have the time. All you need now is the willingness to begin. Thank you for being here with me today. If this message has stirred something in you, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. I'll be back next week with more insights built just for men like you, men who want to live fully, feel deeply, and stay strong in the most natural way possible. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. You're not broken. You're awakening.